Number 1. The last true nomads on Earth. Imagine waking up in the wide, endless grasslands of Mongolia, a place where time seems to stand still. Here, millions of people still live the world's last true nomadic lifestyle, just as their ancestors did thousands of years ago. Their homes, called jairs, also known as yurts, are round tents made from wooden frames covered with layers of felt. What's fascinating is that these homes can be taken apart, packed, and moved within an hour, the perfect setup for a wandering life. But don't be fooled by their simplicity. These jairs are masterpieces of design. They stay cozy even when the temperature outside drops to -40 degrees Celsius, and remain cool under the blazing summer sun. And education? The government ensures that even the most remote children can learn. Some ride long distances to school, others stay in dormitories, and teachers from mobile schools travel directly to their communities. In this land of wind and freedom, Mongolia's spirit remains beautifully untamed. Number 2. No bathing, no using the toilet. Imagine living in a place where not bathing for weeks, even months, isn't strange at all. In Mongolia, this isn't about laziness or poverty, it's about deep-rooted beliefs that stretch back to the time of Genghis Khan. Ancient Mongols saw water as sacred, the home of divine spirits. To bathe in rivers or streams was to anger the gods, and during long military campaigns, warriors were strictly forbidden from doing so. Instead of washing, they simply brushed off dust, shook out lice, and wore their clothes until they fell apart. Body odor wasn't shameful, it was personal, even honorable. A warrior's scent was part of his identity. Even today, in Mongolia's freezing winters and vast steppes where water is scarce, people still bathe less often than most of the world. But they have their own ways: steam baths with herbs, smoke cleansing rituals, and frequent clothing changes. So tell me honestly, how long could you go without a shower? Number 3. Hospitality. Mongolian hospitality was once so deep that hosts would sometimes offer their wife or daughter to sleep beside a male guest, but not for what you might think. In the freezing Mongolian steppe, this was purely for warmth, not romance. A guest was seen as a blessing, almost like a visit from heaven itself. Sharing food, drink, and even body heat was the highest form of kindness. But let's be real, it wasn't exactly dreamy. Everyone wore heavy, unwashed layers, smelled of goat meat, and the air was intense. Today, this ancient custom has mostly vanished, surviving only in a few remote, traditional communities. Number 4. Find the horse, win the bride. Mongolian weddings are nothing like the ones you've seen anywhere else. Before the ceremony even begins, the groom faces his first challenge, finding his own horse, which the bride's family mischievously sets free as a test of patience and wit. Engagement gifts are equally symbolic. Instead of rings, the groom offers sugar for sweetness, tea for peace, and a horse's ankle bone for strength, all wrapped in white cloth for purity. To earn his place as a son-in-law, he must bring liquor to the bride's family 3 separate times, and each must be accepted before the wedding is approved. Then, elders read the future in a chicken's liver. Bright red means happiness, dull means trouble ahead. Ancient customs went even further. The youngest son could inherit his father's wives, except his own mother, to ensure the women were cared for. Wild, right? Would you follow that tradition or run for the hills? Number 5. Educated women struggling to find partners. In Mongolia, women are rewriting the rules of success. Unlike in many countries, they are often more educated and career-driven than men, holding top positions in offices, universities, and government roles. Meanwhile, many men still work in traditional fields like herding and farming. But this growing gap has created a quiet social dilemma. Successful women are finding it hard to meet partners who match their mindset. Around 40% of Mongolian men are married, compared to just 32% of women. Why? Because many women want independence, equality, and modern relationships, while some men still expect them to stay home. This clash has pushed Mongolian women toward international dating apps like Tinder and Bumble, where they connect with men abroad who value mutual respect. With their graceful looks, often featuring delicate features and even rare blue or green eyes from ancient ancestry, Mongolian women captivate many Western men. Smart, confident, and open-minded, they are changing Mongolia's romantic landscape one connection at a time. Number 6. The world's coldest capital city. Welcome to Ulaanbaatar, the world's coldest capital city. Sitting 1,350 meters above sea level along the Tule River, this city isn't for the faint-hearted. Its high altitude and distance from any ocean, combined with icy winds from Siberia, turn winters into something straight out of the Arctic. Summers here are short and mild, but winters? They can be brutally cold, with temperatures often plunging to -36 degrees Celsius or even -40 degrees Celsius. Before sunrise, the air becomes so still that the cold feels almost alive, biting through every layer of clothing. According to a 2024 WHO report, Ulaanbaatar is also one of the world's most polluted cities in winter, mainly due to coal burning in its sprawling yurt districts. Yet despite the freezing air and smog, tens of thousands of families still live in these traditional round homes, creating a striking contrast, ancient nomadic life thriving right beside modern skyscrapers. Number 7. A diet of nothing but meat. If you ever plan a trip to Mongolia, get ready, this is not the place for salad lovers. The traditional Mongolian diet is built almost entirely around meat and dairy. With endless grasslands but little fertile soil, the harsh winters and short summers make growing vegetables nearly impossible. Here, meat rules the table: mutton, beef, horse meat, cooked in every way imaginable, boiled, grilled, dried, or even stewed with milk. One local favorite is korkhog, a dish where mutton is roasted with hot stones, giving it a smoky, earthy flavor you'll never forget. For drinks, forget sweet tea. Mongolians sip suti tsai, a salty milk tea brewed with black tea, milk, and butter for warmth and energy. But the real shocker? Sheep's eye juice, a hangover cure made with broth and an actual sheep's eye. And despite the freezing cold, Mongolians adore ice cream, proudly claiming they invented it centuries ago when milk froze inside leather pouches during their conquests. Number 8. Nightlife in the land of extremes. When night falls in Mongolia, the country splits into two worlds. In Ulaanbaatar, the capital, the energy explodes, bars, clubs, and pubs stay alive till dawn. Young Mongolians love EDM, hip-hop, and rock, and it's not unusual to find foreign DJs spinning in packed clubs. Many venues mix modern beats with traditional performances. Imagine throat singing or folk dance under strobe lights. It's Mongolia's way of blending old roots with a bold, modern rhythm. Step outside the capital, though, and nightlife softens. In rural areas, families gather in their jairs under the starry sky, sharing stories by firelight, the timeless Mongolian way of ending the day. Number 9. Transportation chaos that somehow works. Transportation in Mongolia feels like stepping into another world. The first thing that shocks visitors is the mix of both left-hand and right-hand drive cars zipping along the same roads, chaos that somehow works. The reason? Mongolia imports used cars from everywhere, mostly right-hand drives from Japan and left-hand drives from South Korea. And if you spot an ocean of Toyota Prius cars, don't be surprised, locals proudly call their country the Kingdom of Prius. Yet beyond the cities, tradition still rides strong. Outside Ulaanbaatar, paved roads vanish quickly. You'll find endless dirt tracks stretching across vast, empty plains. Fuel stations are rare, road signs are almost non-existent, and GPS becomes your lifeline. And while traffic is sparse, accidents do happen, thanks to rough terrain, unpredictable weather, and fearless speeding across Mongolia's wild, untamed landscape. Number 10. Rich in resources, poor in reality. Mongolia is a land bursting with riches, but its people rarely see the benefits. Beneath its rugged plains lie over 80 kinds of minerals, including some of the world's largest reserves of copper, gold, and rare earth elements. The Oyu Tolgoi mine alone ranks among the biggest copper and gold deposits on Earth, pumping billions into the economy and drawing massive foreign investment. Yet beyond this glittering success, most of Mongolia's resources remain untouched. A lack of technology, skilled workers, and high production costs keep the nation from truly prospering. The result? A country rich in minerals but poor in daily life. Agriculture struggles against harsh winters, desertification, and shrinking water sources, while herders face dwindling pastures. Mongolia's GDP hovers around just $20 billion, less than half of China's Inner Mongolia. With few jobs and low wages, poverty has driven many women into unsafe work in mining zones, a harsh reminder of how wealth can exist without prosperity. Number 11. Festivals that celebrate ancient warrior culture. In Mongolia, the most important celebration of the year is Tsagaan-sar, or the White Month, their traditional new year. Usually celebrated in February, it marks new beginnings, peace, and renewal. While other Asian countries burst with red and gold during New Year, Mongolia shines in white, the color of purity and good fortune. For 3 days, people wear white clothes, exchange white gifts, and prepare dishes made mostly from dairy products. Even white horses take part in the celebration. Visiting a Mongolian home during Tsagaan-sar is like stepping into a living tradition. But Mongolia's festive spirit doesn't end there. In July comes Naadam, the Olympics of the steppe. This grand festival celebrates strength and heritage through 3 national sports: horse racing, archery, and wrestling. Children as young as 6 race horses across 30-kilometer steppes, archers display ancient precision, and wrestlers of all sizes compete with no weight limits, a thrilling spectacle of Mongolian pride and endurance. Number 12. Sacred mountains and ancient spiritual beliefs. For thousands of years, Mongolians have worshipped nature, mountains, rivers, and the sky itself, believing these forces hold divine power. Ancient legends, carvings, and rock paintings scattered across the land tell the same story: nature is alive, sacred, and worthy of deep respect. Mighty mountains are seen as homes of gods that bless people with happiness, health, and good fortune. This belief has long encouraged Mongolians to protect their environment and the wild creatures that roam their vast steppes. From the era of the Xiongnu Empire to the reign of Genghis Khan, rulers even passed laws mandating annual rituals to honor sacred mountains. Today, sacred peaks like Altantavan Bogd, Bogd Khan, and Burkhan Khaldun are celebrated and protected. Burkhan Khaldun, believed to be the birthplace and resting place of Genghis Khan, is especially revered, so much so that UNESCO declared it a World Heritage Site. These traditions remind Mongolia that its spirit and survival are forever tied to nature's grace. Number 13. The pristine lake called Bol's younger sister. Hidden in Mongolia's northwest, near the Russian border, lies Lake Kovskal, often called the younger sister of Russia's Lake Baikal. The two are connected by the Eg River, sharing the same ancient origins. Kovskal sits 1,645 meters above sea level, stretches 136 kilometers long, and plunges 262 meters deep. It holds nearly 70% of Mongolia's fresh water, so pure that locals drink it straight from the lake. Surrounded by dense forests, clear rivers, and snow-capped mountains, Kovskal is one of the world's oldest and most pristine lakes, over 2 million years old. From November to April, the lake freezes solid, turning into a massive ice playground where locals celebrate with festivals, horse races, archery, and breathtaking ice sculptures, a true winter wonderland of Mongolia. Number 14. The Gobi Desert's dinosaur treasure trove. Stretching across nearly 1.3 million square kilometers of Mongolia and China, the Gobi Desert is more than just endless sand, it's a time capsule from the age of dinosaurs. This vast wilderness has revealed over 80 species of dinosaurs, making it one of the most important fossil sites on Earth. Back in 1923, while searching for traces of early humans, an American scientist stumbled upon the world's first dinosaur eggs at the Flaming Cliffs, a discovery that changed paleontology forever. Later, in 1965, a joint Polish-Mongolian team uncovered more fossils, including giant clawed limbs that hinted at ferocious ancient creatures roaming these lands. The Gobi isn't just a desert, it's a living museum, a place where prehistory whispers through the wind, and where the silence of the sands hides stories millions of years old. Number 15. Shocking facts reveal that Mongolia isn't just another travel destination. Mongolia truly opens a window into a world so different, raw, ancient, and full of wonder. What surprised you the most about this fascinating country? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear what amazed, excited, or even shocked you. If you're planning a trip here, tell me which part you're most eager to experience. Your comments always make my day, and your support keeps this journey going. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell, so you won't miss our next adventure. Thanks for spending your time with us today, it truly means the world. Stay curious, stay inspired, and I'll see you again in the next video.